Okay, you're live.
Great, perfect. All right, well, we'll call the meeting to order. And first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. And I ask you all to please rise and state the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. I also want to take a quick moment to thank and welcome the new commissioners. I welcome you to the EMS Commission. I look forward to working with you. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to do this meeting. I appreciate it. It was quite a lot of coordinating, and I understand it wasn't easy. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Glad to be aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. So I'll entertain someone to read into the record the motion that is in the agenda.
I will make a motion that we open and discuss the corporation agreement that was supplied to us via email for Mercy Medical Services, revised on 2/8/21 at 11:50 a.m.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, and we are now open for discussion. So Mike Maglione, I've asked him to join us, but first I wanted to open it up to anybody who had any initial questions before Mike would give like an overview of the agreement. But certainly any commissioner can ask any question at this time. But if you'd rather wait till after he discusses, it's entirely up to you. Anybody have any initial questions before Mike speaks?
Not at this
No,
time.
I don't.
I'm good.
Great, thanks. So Mike, again, thank you for joining us. If you would mind just taking a few minutes to provide an overview of the agreement. As you know, the commissioners received this agreement yesterday, and I'm assuming they had some time to review it, but since it was such a short notice, I would thoroughly appreciate you giving a little bit of background on how we came to this and a little overview of the agreement.
Okay, so through the years, there's no blame put here, but the billing system for paramedic services, the way it was provided in the Valley, allowed members of our senior community mostly to receive a double bill, one that would be covered by insurance, another that would not be. So the city, take 6 to 8 months ago, made application to have the paramedic service transferred to Echo Hose, at which time VEMS and Echo Hose met and negotiated this agreement that you have before you. And the outcome of the agreement is primarily is that there will now be a bundle bill for paramedic services, which VEMS will receive a share of. But the key item is that our seniors will not receive a separate bill that will be paid out of their pocket. This agreement extends out for a year as the transition takes place. There is a monetary value that will be paid to VEMS during that time frame. It's a cooperative agreement. Echo and VEMS agreed to work together as a team and not to interfere with each other. Not that that has ever happened in the past. And that's the basics of this agreement.
Okay, so just for my clarification, this is going to occur over 12 months, right?
Yes.
And the ALS PSA will be under the control of the city of Shelton or under the control of Echo Hose?
It stays, no, right now, it stays with VEMS
Got it?
till January 1st of 2022. That's providing that the Department of Health for the state of Connecticut awards it back to the city. And the city in its application has stated they are going to give it to Echo Hose.
After that year. So the city will get it and then the city will then,
No, actually, it will stay with VEMS until January 1st of 2022.
yeah, that's
Then-
what I'm talking about. So in 2022,
Yes,
the city will then assume,
it comes to the city. It's a pass-through, comes to the
Right.
city and then goes to Echo Hose.
all within that same month?
Yes,
Okay.
actually, it'd be almost simultaneously.
Okay, so just another question. As far as oversight for the EMS Commission, we know what we've had in the past. Have you thought at all about how this may change for us or any sort of enhancements or revisions to our oversight in light of this new agreement, whether it be this first year or year 2 in 2022?
I don't see where there's any difference in the oversight that exists already on the books.
And what would you think, or was it discussed during this process that the city just maintain the license like itself? Was that discussed at all? Or
Under state statutes, the city has to provide it to a certified provider.
got it. Any commissioners have any comments or questions or anything in regards to this contract or for the first year, for the second year and forward?
This is Chris Mazeski. If I could be recognized.
Okay,
So,
sure, yeah, sorry, yeah.
So I did read it thoroughly, and it surprised me that I guess they agreed. So this is really something that, as Mr. Maglione has said, that Echo Hose and VEMS came together and have agreed on this contract. So it does allow them to ask for an extension in January for 6 months to July. I do recognize that I think it's a good thing for the city residents of Shelton to be able to have the paramedic service through the Echo Hose. And so this is really a step forward in that. So it's a good, I believe it's a good agreement for us to move forward.
Great, thank you for that. Anybody else have any comments, questions?
Yeah, I agree with Chris as well. Reading through it last evening and being a longtime resident and family in Shelton, it definitely seems like this is a positive step for the city.
Perfect, thank you. Any other commissioners have any comments, questions?
I'm all set.
Okay, great.
I agree. I think it's going to be a perfect thing for the town and for our seniors as well as everyone else. I think it'll be easier for people to understand the billing and to also get the help that they need. I agree totally.
Okay, is there any other discussion? Is there any other discussion? Lastly, is there any other discussion? Seeing none, I will call it to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Justin,
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Okay, are there any abstentions? I abstain, Noreen McGorty. Any other abstentions? Any other abstentions? Great. So motion carries with 4 positive, 1 abstention.
Excuse me, Madam Chairman, this is Fran Teodosio.
Yes, Fran, please.
I think that it would be appropriate that the group submit the agreement into their minutes as a communication, so it's memorialized with the minutes of this meeting.
Absolutely, totally agree. Anybody opposed to that? I would think that would be the thorough part of this.
no, that's fine. Does that have to be a motion, Fran?
It should be a motion that the agreement, and there's a specific agreement, I believe it's got a date on it of
It does.
final date of February
9th.
8th. February 9th.
Okay,
Somebody should move that the agreement, if you like, I'll provide the text and somebody could just say it's their motion.
if you don't mind, I'll make that motion if you provide the text, Fran.
All right. The board should move that the agreement of February 9th, 2021 between THEMS and Echo Hose be adopted as a communication and submitted as part of the minutes of this meeting.
I so move that motion. Justin Sabatino.
Second, Christopher Matowski.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Are there any abstentions? Any abstentions? There being none, we'll close the vote. Motion passed unanimously. Okay, that brings the conclusion to our meeting. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
So move.
Moved by Justin Sabatino, seconded by Karen. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.